Let me now look at types of cybersquatting. I'll be looking at 4 types of cybersquatting. The first one is typosquatting. Then I look at identity theft. Then I look at namejacking and reverse cybersquatting. Let me start by looking at typosquatting. Typosquatting is a type of cybersquatting where a cybersquatter registers a domain name that is misspelled or has a slight variation from the popular trademarked domain name. For example, someone can register google.com with the triple O's instead of google.com with the double O. Therefore, the whole idea is that cybersquatters target that the consumers get redirected to fraudulent websites so that they may steal their personal information or even spread virus. Now, let me now look at identity theft. Identity theft occurs when the cybersquatter buys a domain of an entity that unintentionally failed to be renewed by its initial owner. Then we have namejacking. Namejacking is whereby a cybersquatter registers a domain name that is associated with that of an organization on target. And lastly, I'm going to look at reverse cybersquatting. Reverse cybersquatting is the process of attempting to secure a domain entity's name legitimately that is owned by another program. Ideally, cybersquatting is an unethical practice that can lead to legal dispute and financial losses for both the trademark owner and the cybersquatter. Let me now look at the impact of cybersquatting. Cybersquatting is a serious cybercrime that negatively affects the trademark owner and the internet users at large. One of the impacts of cybersquatting is that it harms the reputation and the brand of the trademark owner. It also leads to loss of revenue due to diverted traffic, because when the traffic is diverted, then it means there will be a reduction in the sales, and it also means that there will be reduction in the trust that the customers have in the brand. Another impact of cybersquatting is that it results in confusion among the customers who may believe that they are interacting with a legitimate website or the company, yet it is not true. There have been several examples of companies that have been affected by cybersquatting, among them Microsoft, Coca-Cola, and Google. Therefore, it shows that cybersquatting is a serious problem that can have significant negative impact on the trademark owners and the internet users at large. It is important for trademark owners to take steps to protect the intellectual property, and for internet users to be aware of the risks associated with cybersquatting. What are the legal implications of cybersquatting? Cybersquatting is illegal under the Anti-Cybersquatting Consumer Protection Act in the United States and even in many other countries that have similar laws. A trademark owner can take legal action against a cybersquatter to recover the domain name or seek damages. It is also important to note that a cybersquatter can face criminal charges. Criminal penalties include imprisonment of up to 10 years, and the fines for cybersquatting can range between $1,000 to $100,000 per the domain name. However, the Uniform Domain Name Dispute Resolution Policy can be used by trademark owners to resolve disputes over domain names without even going to the courts. For this reason, you realize that cybersquatting is a serious legal issue in not only United States but even in many other countries, because it has a significant legal implication. It is therefore important for trademark owners to take proactive measures and protect their intellectual property, and the cybersquatters should avoid engaging in this illegal practice. How to prevent cybersquatting. Trademark owners need to put robust measures to prevent cybersquatting. Among them is to register their domain names with a domain name registrar. A domain name registrar should be involved, and one should choose a reputable one and pay annual fees and provide accurate information to them. Another measure is that trademark owners need to monitor the internet for any instances of cybersquatting and take legal action if there is need. Consumers also need to protect themselves by being aware of typosquatting and checking the domain name carefully before entering any personal information on the website. For example, the consumers can double check their domain that they are entering before entering any personal data into the web browsers or even before navigating to the websites. Therefore, preventing cybersquatting requires proactive measures that can protect the trademark owner's online identity and their intellectual property.